had to think about this question because I think the reason why I don't know really an answer is because maybe there is nothing that really is really providing from like governmental, like top down. I think all of the initiatives that are there and demonstrations and protests and petitions, they are bottom up, and I think like in general it depends. Like some cities in Belgium are a bit more progressive than others, so sometimes it's being like a bit more encouraged. But in general, it's just more bottom up and from like the ground. Really, it's not very much from the government or municipality.
For me, I think they're not encouraged as much by the municipalities. I think the point is to not be encouraged. I don't think cities in general right now, they want to have active citizens. They want to have like workers who just do the work and go home and they pay the taxes. And I feel like because we are part of those municipalities, it's also our goal to make spaces and make organizations where we can actually be active and we make this ourselves because we are the change and we can wait for someone else to.
Yeah.
Do you think that society or cities or like municipalities are encouraging young people to be active citizens? And if not, what would you need?
Money. I think in a way, yes. It's different. We're from different countries, so I think it's also very different. But I think a lot of money is taken down from organizations in Belgium as well with the new government. Within organizations that maybe are reaching volunteers or young people who are trying to work in these organizations. And
So, how do you think the current society is perceiving young people?
Like we're not doing enough.
Okay,
Like parasites, honestly.
okay, what do you mean by that?
I mean, like, they think they have provided everything and we're just here taking these things and not doing anything, when in reality it's a process. Like, you provide for the next generation so they can provide, and that's how society goes. But it's like, that behavior is like a parasitic behavior. We don't do anything and they just did everything and we just, use that.
yeah, I think regarding work, I think young people are in Belgium at least perceived as way more lazy than the older generations, and that we're like maybe taking some mental issues more seriously, but that for like older generations it's like, yeah, come on, we just did it, you know. And that like this work-life balance thing, that it's like a bit of bullshit. And regarding like bigger issues, I think as well there's lots of debates going on about young people not standing up for all of these rights, and that like back in the days they were way more activistic as young people. But I think like if you also can see on this is not everything, there's so much things going on, and as well like back in the days things were also very like worldwide, but now it's like which battle even to choose. And I think young people are even trying as hard as they can. Again, they're now like protesting against the Israeli connections with the university. They boycotting, they're like putting their tents out, so it's like we're doing something. Yeah.
Okay. I think from my perspective, also the young generation is maybe not perceived just negatively, but it's also quite acknowledged that we have so many crises, and also especially in the context of the climate crisis, that we actually have to face all the consequences of what the older generations did pollute. And so I would say also in a lot of like in the concept of like paying the pensions for the older people and so on, I feel like it's quite acknowledged that there is a lot of burden on young people.
Yeah.
And that the politics at the moment, how it's done, is not supporting young people. So
Yeah, it's like there's like a lot of anxiety as well about young people if you talk about like with them what is going on. And it's like difficult to grasp, you know, like we just grew up as well with the patterns of our parents who grew up with the patterns of their parents. So it's like, how can we fully change ourselves? And we're trying, but it's like, it's a difficult battle.
It's also, I feel like, in general, there's a willful ignorance of the problems like each other faces. Like, it's easy to not see the problem someone facing. Go like, why didn't you do something? Why are you not being active about that thing? But it's like easy to not think about the things that person struggles, and that goes both ways. It's
Yeah.
not.
In like this.
Capitalism. Hey, it's nature rights.
Did you find it important that you're thinking like, okay, I actually want to be more active about this or this?
Yeah, I take one idea if I say it.
Yeah, okay. I've helped a neighbor, for example, carried groceries, helped with something small.
To have an opportunity to be an active citizen, I think it depends on where you live, because before I was in Coachella, there is not so many options and ways of participation. But when I came to Ljubljana, I feel like there is many more opportunities.
No, what key issues do you have?
I guess for me it would be like to be more aware of the things I consume, and especially from the companies that I consume them.
Yeah.
Because, you know, maybe sometimes you go somewhere, you find something, you buy it, you don't think so much about who sells it.
Yes.
And there are some things that, you know, they're on the internet and you know, oh, this is like a bad company to like shop from. Or especially if they're franchise and stuff, you know that probably they're not really ethical. But sometimes you don't know, like once in a while I listen about products, I hear about products being done in an unethical way. So I would like to be more aware of the things and do more research of the things.
So that's what you want to do? Like, how do you think you can achieve this? By looking on the internet, or
I guess, yeah, looking on the
or on the labels of the food, or
yeah,
buying
on,
more
on
local,
information about like
or clothes.
yeah.
An active citizen, or what is it? Is an active citizen, does it relate to the things that I said out
For
loud?
me, being active citizen, like active every day, is quite hard because I feel like daily life and like making a living and having a job and everything is already too much time consuming.
Okay.
So being able to deal with the issues that are around you actually require time and effort, and sometimes you're so exhausted you don't have that. But I feel like things like voting or signing petitions or maybe helping someone in the neighborhood, like those are things that don't take time and like we can like do them whenever.
Exactly. That's what we're also trying to say, that active citizenship is also in the small things.
Yeah.
So like helping a neighbor, or just joining a club, or just even a little conversation on the street or with your friend.
Yeah, or like a protest once in a while, like you can do that.
Yeah, you can do it, and it's like, it's not only about voting. So active citizenship is a variety of things. And if you have ever done this, or you can relate to this, then you can take a smiley, okay? And hold it in your hand. Oh, yeah.
No, we play together.
Yeah, you both play together. Okay, so I have helped a neighbor. For example, carried groceries, helped with something small.
It wasn't a neighbor, but
I have signed a petition online or on the streets, for example, about climate, animal rights, or education. Okay, so here I give you some cards, and you can choose and see, look at the cards, and if you think it's active citizenship, you can put them down on this board. You can either choose also to like put them down more to like less active citizenship.
No, we can do everything together.
And then, okay, so actually I can.
So should I write something down or no?
No, wait. Okay. First we have another game.